Yeah, so basically, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to access my Raspberry Pi on a network. So the screen you're seeing actually right now is for a Raspberry Pi. Yeah, it's the desktop of a Raspberry Pi. Just like you see, yeah. If at all you have never seen a Raspberry Pi, this is how the operating system looks like. It's called I think it's called Raspbian OS, something like that. Yeah. So I'll show you the tool I use. I use a tool called VNC Viewer. I use VNC Viewer. You put in the IP address, and you can be able to access it. Yeah. So you don't have to have two monitors in order to access it. Yeah. The desktop looks a little bit shaky, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to restart it. I'm going to restart the Raspberry Pi, and you'll see how actually how everything falls in place. Yeah. So any questions as our Raspberry Pi is restarting? Yes, Joel. You have a question for us as the Raspberry Pi is restarting?
Yeah.
Pardon?
You hear me right now?
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah, the question was about the models. How am I going to deal with two different types of models and putting them together so that I'll be able to relate one when you want to relate to the other, like stuff dealing with foreign keys and two different classes connected through a foreign key.
Basically, what you have to do. Okay, yeah, our Raspberry Pi has restarted. Maybe even I can show you from here. I can try to show you from here because the project we're going to work on is already on VS Code in our Raspberry Pi. If we go to the models, yeah. So basically, the project we shall have maybe one model for the visitor. For the visitor that will be maybe inheriting from models dot model. Yeah. Maybe they will have a name. Field, yeah, something like this, with a max length maybe of 20. Yeah, but since like I told Ranga, you should maybe have a different class for the temperature. Yeah, so that you can be able to have various various temperatures. So it will be something like this. Then here maybe you'll have maybe visitor. It will be a models dot foreign key. Is it? Yeah, I think it's foreign key field or something. Yeah, foreign key. Then the first argument will be the visitor. Then you'll have to set something like on delete. Then you'll have models dot cascade, something like this. Yeah. So this actually will tell you that one visitor can have very many temperature readings. Yeah. Of course, you'll have to add a date. You'll have to add a date so that each time someone actually enters in a new record, yeah, it is given a new date. Yeah. So that when these temperatures pile up, it can help you to keep monitoring someone for over a longer time. Yeah. Joel, have you gotten the ideology there? Joel, have you gotten the idea there? Okay, fantastic. Yeah. Okay, now getting back to what I was doing. So what I'm gonna do, getting back to our Raspberry Pi here, I'm going to activate the virtual environment. /bin/activate cd into my site. Yeah, you should know that I've also recorded a session. I've recorded a session whereby I show you how to actually let me first comment out this. I've recorded a session to show you how to set up your Raspberry Pi with these LEDs. Yeah, my video editors are still doing whatever they can to make sure the video comes out well. Yeah, so you'll get it at a later date. Okay. So we are going to first try out our project, and then but one thing you should know, our project has three lights that are declared here based on this: the red, the purple, and the green. Yeah, so I'm going to share a link with you so that you can be able to access the Raspberry Pi on your machine, and then that's there. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to use some tool called Grok, as you see it there. So let's run it like that. Exactly. So I'm going to copy this link. Those of you who can't see it properly, you're going to get it from your chat. Actually, it will be very hard to get in your chat, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it inside my VS Code here, like this. I'm going to put it there, and then I'm going to increase the font so that you can be able to see it. So if at all, just copy it the way it is. The reason I can't copy it to my to the chat group, it's because I'm using I can't access another machine. Whatever I copy here, I can't just paste it in another machine. Yeah. Yeah, so have you all managed to copy this by any chance? I can even try to make it bigger for you. It's on line 13. Whatever you have to copy is on line 13. Let me try. This is what you have to copy. Can we all see it? Oh, Angel, you're saying I'm breaking. Okay, Angel, what you have to do, let me just try to type out this link. It is 687378 and then 4e47 dot io. So that is the link. I've put it in the chat. So when you access it, it should lead you somewhere. If you access that link, it should lead you to something like this. Yeah. Has anyone reached there so far? Someone has clicked the green button. I would like to know who that one is. Who has clicked the green button? Someone has also clicked the purple button. No one is clicking the red. I don't know why. Someone has also clicked the red. Yeah. Yeah. So okay, now to let me try to. So in order to okay, now the good thing we are very few people in the group, so we are going to, maybe the first owners will go to Angel, but yeah. So you'll have around the 1 minute to play around with the lights, and I will actually be telling you the button you have pressed even before you tell me. Yeah. So Angel, you can start. 1 minute. You start clicking on the buttons. You have first clicked the purple. Then the green. Then the red. Am I right? Angel, am I right? Angel, have I guessed the order you have clicked correctly? Angel, we can't hear you. You can type if at all you. Have I guessed right? Okay, Angel, just type into the chat box, and let Ruanga also try out. Ruanga, in 5 seconds, you also try to play around with the LEDs, in whatever format you want, and I'll tell you the buttons you have pressed. Angel says I guessed correctly. Fantastic. Ruanga, it is your turn now to test. Ruanga, are you testing? Ruanga, are you testing? Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I've shared this link. I've shared this link in the chat room. All you have to do is access that link. When you open that link, it's going to give you something like this. Yeah, it's going to give you this app that we are running on our Raspberry Pi. Yeah, all you have to do is press these buttons in any order, and I'll tell you actually the order that you have pressed the buttons. Yeah. Purple first. You have only pressed purple for now. Am I right? Fantastic. Joel, Joel, it's your turn. Joel, it's your turn. Can you press? Joel has pressed red. And then, Joel only pressed red. Not so? Joel, you only pressed red. Not so? Okay. All right. Yeah. So basically, let me just take you through what. Yeah, there may be a few errors because of the timeouts. Yeah, but it shouldn't be much. Okay. Yeah, but at least you have someone has pressed green. Who pressed green? Okay. Let me try to explain this code to you. Slowly by slowly. Like I said, the video on how to set up all this, will be shared also on the group. Yeah, but I want to first do a pip freeze here. When I do the pip freeze, I want to specifically show you some of the packages that I've installed. You see, I have the Django package installed. Then I have GPIO0 installed. GPIO stands for General Purpose Input Output. Basically, it's the one that helps us to interact with the pins on the Raspberry Pi. Yeah. Anything to do with the actual connections of the circuits and everything. Those ones, we shall share them in a separate video. Yeah, but for now, one thing you should know, if at all we are to interact with the lights or want to interact with those pins on the LED, we have to use the GPIO0. Alright, so when you come here, actually this one you may ignore, but yeah, so in the beginning here, this one, line 1, it's about the shortcuts, but this is the line you should focus on. From GPIO0 import LED. These ones we don't need them for now. So the LED class, it will kind of like create objects that will be used for the it will create objects that will be used for the actual lights that we are going to build. Now, like here, we are seeing LED red is on line 18, LED purple is on line 21, LED green is on line 20. Yeah. So after we have created these objects, then we can be able to. I've created the first view here. I've created a view here called red LED that turns on the LED for the red LED. Then there is a sleep. Actually here, from time we imported sleep, it's kind of like it will help us with the time, with the lapsing. Yeah. So here, when you press red will be on for 2 seconds, and then it will be turned off. When it is turned off on 23, the page will be re-rendered. Yeah. So most of you, the errors you were getting were because you pressed another button before this time lapse kind of like stopped. Yeah. But basically, yeah, and it's the same thing for the purple light and the green light. Actually, for the green light, it even takes a longer time. Yeah, it even takes a longer time. Yeah, because it has it has 4 seconds of sleep. Yeah. So after doing this, I just wire my routes to these views. the red, the purple, the green. If I told you are very converse that you would have seen them in the browser there. Yeah, so this is just the normal ones. Yeah, but there is one important setting you should be very careful with. Since everyone in this world is accessing my Raspberry Pi, I have to put a domain, or I have to put a link where that will enable you to actually see the what, to access this app. Yeah, so this is what I did. You can access it using this app or using the local host. Yeah, so if at all I remove this, you won't be able to access it. Actually, you'll get an error. Yeah, so in a nutshell, actually this is our simple project. Yeah, in the installed apps, you see I put it there. You see it is lagging a little bit because I'm running it on a Raspberry Pi that it doesn't have that much of the processing power, but it's doing a good job, by the way, as per now. Yeah, so that is my project in a nutshell. I'm sad that very few people came to the session today because we had to finish up with our project presentations. Yeah, but all of you that managed to come today, please send the links to your GitHub repositories in my personal inbox. Yeah, so that I can review them. Then I'll give a final verdict on Friday. Yeah. So does anyone have any question before we can call it a day? Any questions so far? Yes, Joel, you can ask.